Draw 1.5. In this online training segment, we're going to review an aspect of firearms training that many officers are uncomfortable with, but you must master it. We're talking about shooting with one hand. One-handed functions will carry over into everything else that you learn in draw school. Whether you are shooting with your primary hand or your secondary hand, your ability to effectively shoot with one hand is key to your survival on the street. Not every situation that you encounter will be ideal to allowing you to shoot with two hands. In those situations, you must continue to perform at a very high level while maintaining your ability to accurately and safely control your firearm with just one hand. You must also be highly proficient with your secondary or support hand as well. But don't worry, Draw School is specifically designed to help you become just as fast with your secondary hand as you are with your primary hand. Learning to quickly transition from one hand to the other instinctively is another important function that you must learn. There are two things that we want you to keep in mind when you're going through the practical exercises in Draw 1.5. First, do not over-rotate your upper body toward the threat. If you rotate your shoulders too far, your hips will start to rotate, and this will cause improper physical balance. Keep your upper body squared to the threat at all times. Second, do not bring your secondary or support hand to your chest when practicing your one-handed drills. Remember, relying on your core strength by bringing your hand to your chest when shooting one-handed is a crutch that will work against you on the street. Because you will be using your firearm in Draw 1.5, please make sure that your firearm has the barrel block safety device properly inserted into it and that you follow all safety precautions outlined at the beginning of this online training segment. So with that in mind, let's head out to the range and start training. Welcome to the range. Being able to quickly present your firearm one-handed is a very important technique that can be easily mastered with practice and proper body mechanics. One-handed shooting can be extremely fast and accurate when practiced in conjunction with dry firing. To start, be sure that you are always in your forward aggressive stance and have proper physical balance. After you achieve the master grip with the firearm in the holster, draw your firearm and rotate your shoulder to quickly get your firearm on target. During this segment, the secondary hand will be shown being used as protection and in some cases in an incapacitated state. Be sure to duplicate what you see on the screen. Keeping your muzzle pointed at the target, drive your firearm forward, allowing your hand to naturally assume a 45-degree angle. Keeping your head in a neutral position, bring the firearm up to your eyes and acquire your sights with your dominant eye. Once you have the proper sight picture, place your finger on the trigger and dry fire when you are instructed to do so. Be sure to practice good trigger control by holding your trigger all the way to the back when the firing pin drops. Do not allow your sights to move when you pull the trigger. You will also be transitioning from your primary hand to your secondary hand. When you see the instructions to transition, do so by bringing your firearm back towards your body and transitioning to your secondary hand. Then drive the firearm toward the target and acquire your sights. Let's begin the practical exercises for Draw 1.5. As we mentioned from the onset, one-handed shooting is an area of training that many officers are not comfortable with. With the practical exercises that you just completed though, you are well on your way to becoming highly proficient in the operation of your firearm with just one hand. However, to master these and future one-handed shooting techniques with your firearm, you must continue to practice. We challenge you over the next 5 days to log back into this online training segment and repeat the practical exercises that you just performed. At the end of the 5 days, you will have completed one-handed drawing techniques 500 times. This additional practice will be invaluable to you as you progress through draw school. Congratulations on completing all of the practical exercises for the Draw 1 series. We look forward to seeing you in the next training module, which is Draw 2, Mastering Reloading. Until then, keep it safe out there.